So I'm a big fan of talking about solutions when I'm addressing problems, and I do believe I have one for today's topic. We are going to be talking about whether or not specialists were a mistake with Battlefield 2042. Feel free to get involved in the comment section down below. So whether or not you're more like Team Classic Loadout, where you were a fan of the roles and the jobs like medic, recon, engineer, or if you're actually a fan of specialists, or you're somewhere in the middle and you're indifferent like me, who doesn't mind which way they go, they're just kind of a different way to do things, then that's okay too. I do, however, think they could have executed these better, and I want to talk about why and how they could have done that. So specialists were widely considered a mistake with Battlefield 24. It's a different direction that they've never done, more of a hero sort of role, and it definitely blindsided a lot of people. I welcomed it, and I was just kind of open to the idea of how this is going to change. And I do believe that this is not a bad gamble. Battlefield has kind of put itself in a box. It hasn't been growing over the years, and I think this was their attempt to appeal to a different audience where you can have more cosmetics, more things to do, more things to aim for, and I really do like that. I like the pursuit of the tier 1 skins and getting unlocks and things like that, and I think that can be done well and tied into these specialists very well, but they didn't create these specialists like they would in like Apex, where there's like a whole background story that is really deep, and they have, you know, trailers and characters and things that go into them. Even the assassinations inside of Apex Legends, which really were an influence to Battlefield 2042. Even those are really ingrained in the characters, and they are just neat characters. There is not like a bad or cringy character, in my opinion, in Apex Legends. They all just have worthy development. And if they were to come out with like an Arcane, you know, the League of Legends series that was on Netflix, phenomenal series, by the way. If they came out with a series like that about the Apex Legends characters, they could do that because that kind of depth is there. And I really do like the system. But they didn't do that. Instead, we got kind of cringy voice lines, weird quips, and don't be sad. And it's just kind of become a meme. This has disappointed a lot of people, so that could have been executed properly. Their direction could have been a proper vision, and they missed the mark with that one. What they could have done, though, and in this system, seeing as how they weren't building for characters, and what they think they should have done, is had two different types of skins based on the faction. So yes, there's a Casper, but there should have been a mirror one for the opposite faction. So if Casper existed, there should have been another specialist that was identical to Casper. I mean, looked differently, had a different model, different skin, maybe a lady or something. You know, they could have done it so that they basically had the same abilities. They still had the OVP recon drone, but there was a different faction. That way you always know who you're fighting. You know, if I'm a Casper, that means the other side is, you know, insert whatever that character's name is, and I always know that those are the people that I'm going after. That would have been a healthy change. I think the biggest thing they can do going forward is try to find harmony across the community. Now, I think the biggest missed opportunity with specialists is the fact that they could have implemented specialists and really changed nothing with Battlefield. We could still have engineers, assaults, medics, and recons. And the gadgetry for those, you know, so Flames could still be in the recon, medic and healing opportunities inside of the medic role. Every class could still somewhat exist, right? And it could still be in the game, and you would still have to pick those and still have your jobs and make those people happy and satisfied. And then, after you select that, you pick whatever hero you want, whatever specialist you want. And that person has their own unique gadgetry, your grappling hooks for McKay, so on and so forth. You don't have to restrict those characters into classes themselves because, well, that's going to bottleneck things. People are still going to find the favorites or the strongest, and they're going to have to flow with that. So I like the freedom of the specialists. I think that's one of the most attractive parts of the specialist system is you can just kind of, you know, pick whatever you want and have that freedom at your disposal. I do like the freedom of the kits, too, to be able to use those however I want. Not that that's a good or bad thing, again, indifferent. But I feel like they could really find a level field where the loadout system exists, the classic traditional way of medic, recon, engineer, and assault, and they could have merged that with the specialist system. They both could exist inside of this game. And both of those communities, whoever likes one or the other, could be happy right now. I think if they would have done that, there wouldn't be any problems. People would still have their jobs and their roles. People would still be able to run assault, run medic, and then just pick whatever character they wanted to go with to accompany them with that type of kit and gadgetry. I don't know. And I think that's an easy fix. I do. I think they can do that. I'm not going to say it's a quick fix, but I think that's an easy fix, and I think that's the right direction for specialists going forward. Seeing as how they don't have that depth to the character that Apex Legends does, I think instead of investing in colorful people and unique backstories, they need to just accept that they're kind of goofy and gimmicky, roll with it, make it maybe wacky or even meme-worthy, and then bring back the classes. That's how I feel about it. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. That is my personal opinion. Feel free to share your feedback and subscribe and tick that bell if you haven't yet to be up to date with our 2042 content. We have another video coming up tomorrow, and I'll see you then.